Welcome to Global Green Hydrogen and Renewable Energy Summit. We welcome Dr. Ashok Kumar, Deputy Director General of Bureau of Energy Efficiency, who is one of our key speakers at the event. Dr. Kumar, welcome to the show. So, what is your experience of today's event? Why do you think and this association with Elets and this about global hydrogen is important? What has motivated you to participate in the event?
I think it's a big platform, and the kind of people who are participating, kind of the dignitaries that has been there in the plenary session and the rest of the panels that I see. I think it's a huge gathering of experts and policymakers and other who are in the field. So and the way that you have arranged it on a scale that is immense. So with that, and also Bureau of Energy Efficiency being in this area of energy efficiency and to some extent related to the renewables, so it makes us to be a natural participant in this event.
So, how we is so actively involved in promoting clean and green energy?
BE has been actively involved since the inception, since the inception 2002, because Bureau is an institution which is dedicated for improving energy efficiency across the sectors in India. So it has the mandate from the Act. So Bureau has been working in several areas of appliances, buildings, industry, transport, you name it. Most of the key areas we are covering to reduce the, you can say, emission intensity or the energy intensity to improve the efficiency thereby. So that is the way, we have been working.
So, speaking of the green energy, what is the basic challenge which still needs to be addressed?
Green energy, it's particularly what we understand right now is, the well-known like solar, wind are quite well-known, but then emerging green energy in the form of hydrogen, and that too in the form of green hydrogen, are new, and because it is a new sources and the technologies and practices and all are new. So you have some sort of, you can say, getting into the mainstreaming of that takes time. It requires resources, it requires expertise, it also requires public acceptance. For instance, in terms of electric vehicles, you have range anxiety and several other concerns, which we are not used to. So that takes time, getting into this and doing R&D into those areas, innovation, all these, every transition, it takes, you can say, some sort of time and effort. So is that currently, we are moving from the so-called browner or darker shade of energy to the greener one. That will take some time, but I think the movement is in direction, and definitely things will be greener in the times to come.
So, what is the vision of the in promoting? Speaking of clean energy and green energy, what is the market you are? When do you see the market in India? Do you think it is as good as with China and other countries still, or we still need to work? So, how BE is actively working to grow this clean energy initiative?
Yeah, bees touching, as I said, we are at least in the scope, we are not leaving any big area untouched from the energy efficiency side. And now, you very well know that India is developing a carbon market.
Yes.
And from where BE is actively participating, and we are developing the market. So that brings to a larger, you can say, area to the cleaning of the economy, making the economy much more efficient, resilient maybe, and also to look into, you can say, to take the sources of energy to a different transition to different sources of energy which are much greener than what it is. And we see market, as we are anticipating the carbon market could be one very big driver for the cleaning or the greening of the energy resources. This will help us. And also the greening of energy, what we see from the efficiency lens is that it itself is a business case. It has a payback. You would see many of the energy efficiency projects have a very short period, at the most 3 years. So it has a business case as and when the requirement for greening and the constraint from the carbon budgets or the space that we are left with, and with the mandates and the ambitions that the countries are taking. So there would be huge market and the enablers for the actions that leads to greening.
Thank you so much, Dr. Kumar.